Today I'm going to try and sell you this pen. This is a classic sales exercise that teaches you about how to approach a customer interaction, to understand their needs, and ultimately get them to walk away with your product. I'm going to be doing this exercise with my good buddy Jay Johnson. He's a tech superstar. He's a tech sales superstar, excuse me. Cut that out of the film. I'm kidding, let's keep it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to want to stay for the whole video to soak in all the concepts that you can apply to being more successful in B2B tech sales selling. And also you can apply these concepts to landing your first SDR role, because this is a common question that you're going to get in the interview process, or at least some variation of this question. If you get value out of this video, make sure to give the like button a love tap, because the YouTube algorithm loves that too, and will show this video to more people who can benefit from the message. Of course, make sure to subscribe for weekly tech sales and personal growth hacks that you can chew on like snacks. And always feel free to email me at chrisbustingchannel@gmail.com if you want to have a conversation around tech sales, my experience, and maybe I could help you get your foot in the door.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Not much, Jay. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. It's a beautiful day out.
It is.
What brings you into the pen store?
So I'm actually looking for a new pen. I just ran out of ink.
Okay, so just ran out of ink. How do you usually use a pen, by the way? What are you looking to use it for?
So I do quite a bit of journaling and a lot of goal setting with my pen.
Okay, and why does that matter to you in your life? Like, what does that do for you?
Well, I would say goal setting is really the catalyst behind anything else I do. And without the clear vision and direction, I really don't accomplish anything on a day-to-day basis, hence why I'm coming in to get a pen.
How does it feel when you don't quite accomplish your goals?
Well, I can tell you today was pretty bad. Didn't have a lot of direction, didn't have a lot of clarity, didn't really have that focus point, and it kind of makes me feel insecure. A lot of ambiguity with just not knowing what's happening.
Got it. So a lot of ambiguity, insecurity, and that's totally relatable, by the way. A lot of customers who come in looking for pens are coming in for the same reasons. They don't want to feel that way, and they want to feel more successful. So on the flip side, how do you feel when you have that pen, you're writing down your goals, you're journaling, you're being more successful?
I feel great. It's the one part of my day where I'm not on technology. It's just me and my mind, pen to paper, and there's nothing like it.
Well, cheers to you feeling great. Hopefully with this pen, if it's a fit. But I have some more questions for you. How much have you spent on pens in the past? And do you have any budget set aside for it?
I've spent a few dollars, nothing too crazy, but they haven't lasted that long.
Okay, got it. So getting a pen that's reasonably priced is important. And another thing that most customers might appreciate about these pens is that they tend to last. So you avoid the cost over time of replacing your current pens. I know your current pen just ran out of ink, or you're having some issues. So hopefully we avoid that, and you can just stick with this one pen. So there's a great, TCO over time. But another question I have for you is, what factors are you looking at in a pen? Are there specific features that are important to you?
Definitely need good ink quality. Okay. Need it to last long, and need it to be cost effective.
Good ink quality, last long, and cost effective. Well, I told you that this pen in particular, and all my pens do tend to last. They are good quality, and the ink is very strong. In fact, do you want to try it out? Maybe write a little bit with the pen?
Yeah.
Give it a test drive.
Let's see.
That's what you think.
It's a good pen.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it looks good on you. The color suits you. Is that a good color for you, by the way?
Yeah, blue's my favorite color.
Oh, perfect. It's actually my favorite color too.
Oh, nice.
You have a lot in common, it seems. Man, I also love setting goals. So it's funny, I like to be picky about my customers too. I don't want just anyone using these pens. They're designed for ambitious people like you, and I can tell that's you. So it sounds like, based on what you're saying, you ran out of ink, you're ready for a new pen, you're looking for something that lasts, that's cost effective, that has good ink quality, and you're looking to use a pen to write out your goals and journal and really show up as your best self and avoid feeling insecure or unsuccessful. I really do believe that this pen can meet your needs based on what you're saying. So I'm curious, at this point, are you ready to move forward, and would you rather prefer paying with credit card or cash? We've definitely got some options, so it's your choice.
I'll do credit.
Okay, let's do it. perfect. Here's my credit card machine. Anyways, hey, awesome job there. So any feedback on the approach? By the way, Jay is a top seller at Dell. He's held multiple positions and moved up the ranks. So he's someone who tends to teach me quite a bit too. And as we say, there's a classic expression, iron sharpens iron. He makes me better. So Jay, is there any feedback you have on that experience? Anything you would add?
Honestly, not a lot, Chris. I think you hit it on the head. A lot of times when people get into conversations, and I see this a lot within data center conversations I have, you see a customer come in and say, hey, I need a new storage room. And all of a sudden you get technical with, hey, how many terabytes do you need? What's your capacity at? But they never take a chance to step back and say, hey, well, what type of data are you storing on it? What happens to your business if you guys do hit your capacity? I think in that example, you really took a step back and you didn't get technical too quick, and you're really qualifying out what is the actual value. And I really like that.
I appreciate that, and it's really helpful for you to give a real world context of what selling at Dell is like and how this exercise and some of the concepts could apply in B2B selling. Because the thing is, guys, that Sell This Pen is really trying to teach us how to ask great questions to qualify a customer's need. And first of all, if they even have a need in the first place. Sell Me This Pen teaches us that we need to disqualify as well if the customer doesn't have a need or a sense of urgency and timeline, to focus on people who actually do need a pen. And more specifically in that exercise, I dug into the impact of not moving forward on the pen and what it's like to not have the pen, as well as the positive impact of having the pen to achieve the goals that the customer was looking for. I dug into success criteria. When you work with a customer, you're really going to need to understand their specifications and how they're thinking about making a decision, and help align to that so they feel really good about moving forward with you. Of course, we look to confirm if they had a budget, and at the end even gave some flexible payment options to make them feel like they were in control. They could do credit card or debit. One final key thing I wanted to point out, I forgot to mention this, is that I let Jay test the pen, and that's really important in technology sales and B2B tech sales, is running pilots or tests where a customer can actually try out the technology to see if it's a true fit and what it looks like in reality. The customers want to be really confident that the technology you're offering is going to meet their needs and deliver the results that they're looking for. And a test and a pilot is a great way to do that. The Sell Me This Pen exercise is something that you also might come across in B2B tech sales interviews when you're going for an SDR role. I've spoken to people who have had to answer this question, and it's one of those questions that really can catch you off guard if you're not ready for it. I remember a mentor of mine, when I was working at Oracle in my first SDR role, asked me to sell him a pen at his beach house on the water in somewhere near Boston. I think it was, what's it called? Not Cape Town.
Cape Cod.
Cape Cod. And I froze completely, and I already was in a selling role. And fortunately, I didn't get asked that question when I was interviewing, but it's common. You want to be able to show your process and thinking on how you would understand the customer's needs and diagnose them like a doctor would ask questions to diagnose pain, and help show tailored value based on the information that the customer shares. And of course, you're always qualifying and disqualifying. So I encourage you guys to practice this exercise yourself and put your own special sauce and twist on it. And finally, I want to present you guys with an opportunity to connect with myself or with Mr. Jay Johnson here, one of my good friends and someone who I've seen help multiple people in the past couple of weeks land tech sales jobs as an SDR. And he's put together a seminar to help give you the 101 lowdown, in fact, a very thorough lowdown of what it's going to take to be successful as an SDR and how to prepare for really landing the job and getting promoted. Jay, is there any context you want to give around your program, what you've been doing?
Yeah. So really what we've taken is a lot of B2B leadership, recruiters, a lot of their insight, and we packaged it into a full day seminar. Helped a ton of students land in SDR roles with pays up to 80K. It's been very fulfilling to see people go from, hey, I don't know where I'm going, all the way up into an SDR role. And I would say the biggest misconception about the SDR role is, hey, am I going to be in sales the rest of my life? And that could be the furthest thing from the truth. What we actually see with a lot of people that we help out is sales is just the starting point. After about 6 to 12 months in your first tech role, you're gonna have a lot of opportunity you didn't have before. A few examples, and I'm sure Chris, you can attest to this, is you can become an account executive, you can stay selling. You can become a manager. You can become an onboarding manager who helps the new hires. You can become a campus recruiter. You can become an engineer. Companies are in the business of retaining top talent, and we want to help you get your foot in the door. So whether you do want to triple your salary in 2 to 3 years in sales or go a different route, we want to help you get in the door to pretty much do whatever you want going forward.
So true. I've even seen SDRs that aligned to me as an account executive at Oracle that went on to become analysts as well, or go into HR. There's so many paths that evolve from success in the initial SDR role. So guys, Jay's got my backing. I've seen him deliver results. He's got a heart for this stuff, for helping people break into tech and capture the career opportunity. So I'm gonna link some information to get in touch with him in the description of this video, so you can do that. Of course, you can email me too at chrisbessingchannel@gmail.com to have a conversation. And hey, I might end up pointing you to Jay after that. But yeah, so Jay, thanks for joining me in this exercise. I think it's really helpful to the folks out there. Excited to see your impact continue to grow. Of course, as a reminder, make sure to give that like button a love tap. The YouTube algorithm loves that too, and it will flash this video to more people who could benefit from the message. Subscribe to the channel for weekly tech sales and personal growth hacks that you can chew on like snacks. And I bid you adieu until the next video. Happy selling and happy living.